It's not just t-shirts that are raking in the dough on print-on-demand products. See how this genius Etsy seller is making almost $500,000 a year.
But first, I'm Jess at Insights by Jess. I dig deep into what makes Etsy stores successful and where they can improve so that you get the full 411 on what's really selling and why. Let's jump in. Hello, guys. Thanks for coming back to watch another video on Insights by Jess. There is something extra amazing about this Etsy store because they are making money hand over foot on the most surprising product idea, which, as you can already see, is print on demand phone cases. First of all, I love this store. Obviously, I love all the stores I do reviews of, so I feel like I say that all the time. But this is the first phone case store I've ever featured before, and it really just nails the print on demand niche so beautiful. And since I've already buried the lead and told you about how much money they make, let's look at their Etsy store stats. So they have 73,644 sales. Their average product price out of their 685 listings is about $26.50 after shipping. And that is conservative. I always like to point that out. I try to be very, very, very conservative with these average prices. Their first feedback is, as I scroll around like a crazy person on my screen, so sorry for that. I apologize for the scrolling. Alrighty. Their first feedback, their oldest feedback, is from March 27th, 2018. So this is a 5-year-old store. And as you can see, they didn't start out with phone cases. They initially started out with printables. And I didn't dig into their feedback to see when they started with phone cases because I have a lot of tips in this video, so I'm trying to keep it as precise as possible so I don't lose you guys. But they are taking great advantage of their sales feature. If you notice, it says all 685 of these phone cases are on sale, and they have a 10% off sale going right now. They also had a 10% off sale going when I initially did the outline for this store, so they really do utilize those sales discounts to help boost sales. That's not the only thing they do. We're going to talk about that. So, first of all, this is such an impressive store, and I forgot to tell you how much money they make. I went over all their store stats and didn't even get to the good part. Wow. Okay, sorry. Let's get back to what matters here. Back to the money. Of their 73,600 some odd sales at an average price of $26.50 for all the years they've been open, that puts their approximate annual sales at $390,000 a year, which is insane. It's super, super impressive. That is almost $500,000 a year. And like I said before, that's a conservative estimate. So it's not unreasonable to think that with calculating for store growth, that this is not a $500,000 a year store or more, because I divide their annual sales evenly among all the years that they've been open. I do not add any growth into this at all. So absolutely crushing it. And it's not t-shirts. Really, this just seems like a really fun niche to design with and a lot of fun to actually explore and check out. So first, let's go over their Etsy bestseller listings and some of the things I wanted to point out, and then I'm going to tell you how you can actually create these types of products as print on demand so you can get a good idea of how to get started in this niche and what the profits might look like if you decided to do this niche for yourself. So, first of all, when we look at their main page, we see right away that they have a lot of designs, right? They have 685 listings, and the bulk of those are on clear cases with different designs. And we know, especially if you've seen a lot of my other print on demand videos, that the number of designs you have in your store really does make a massive difference in your Etsy sales. And if you go by the 80-20 rule, we can assume that 80% of our sales comes from 20% of our inventory. So we want to build that inventory up as much as possible so that the 20% makes a bigger dent in Etsy's overall product selections, right? We want our 20% to be a good chunk of what viewers are seeing on their search pages. So I wanted to point out as well that none of these actually have bestseller tags on them or anything that implies that they're super popular products. We don't see any of this product is in X number of cart messages either. However, we can see that they do in fact have some bestsellers. So this one, particularly this sunflower one, if we go back to their homepage, it does not say anything about being a bestseller or that it is in over 20 people's carts. So I don't know if Etsy's just not showing that on people's store pages. Hopefully it is popping up on the search pages, but shame, Etsy. There are a couple other bestsellers as well. This is a super cute tarot card phone case. You get to choose the card you like. There's a few different options here. And something that I really wanted to point out about this store is that they are using a scarcity tactic. And I talk about this in my buyer psychology video. So I'm going to put that at the top here if you haven't seen that. It's a great video full of tips to get more sales, to really use sales psychology to boost your sales conversions. Check that out. Anyhow, this store is nailing that concept. So not only are they utilizing sales, but they're utilizing low quantity. So you see right off the bat when you look at this that there's only 2 left and it's in one person's cart. This one here says there's only 3 left and it's in one person's cart. This one here, there's only 3 left and it's in 2 people's carts. And this is a $37 phone case. So if I was shopping for phone cases and I wanted this, I'd be buying it right now because there's obviously only room for one more person. And if one of these other 2 people here who have it in their cart check out before me, I'm stuck. So that's really smart. It really does put that FOMO, the fear of missing out, into the buyer's mind. And I wanted to point that out because that is very clever. So let's take a look at one of the listings I wanted to point out for their SEO. This cute little wildflower sunflower phone case here. You could probably see why I picked it because I'm a sucker for sunflowers, right? Their images are on point. This is a fantastic image to really showcase the phone case. And then they have a really clever, well done video of multiple phone cases. So they can use this video on every listing with this type of phone case. It's not specific to this listing. So this is a really versatile video. I love it. And then we see some more images. This really does a great job of showing you the features that the phone case has. It has a bezel around the camera section, super handy. I love that. And some other bezel areas around the screen. Another image here. I love that they have this image, and I'm always talking about certain images that are important to have on your listing. This is really doing a great job of capitalizing on that. This literally says why the urban flair is different, and then it talks about the features that make their store better than all of their competitors. And most of these features are actually not about the phone cases themselves. They're about their service. This is a fantastic image. I absolutely love it. There's another phone case image here. and then another informational image. So this really just goes over things that they want you to know. Then another phone case image, and back to the top here. Oh, just kidding. Too fast. And then their last image tells you how to check the correct model of your iPhone. So this is a super smart image as well. What they are doing with this image is eliminating reasons someone might not buy this. Because if you're not sure what kind of iPhone you have, you don't know what kind of case to order, right? They are seeing that problem and eliminating it by showing them how to quickly and easily see what their phone model is so that they can order this right now. This is absolutely super genius. Totally freaking genius. I love it. I love it a lot. Okay. Also, I wanted to point out that there's a pattern to their images. So I'm going to go back to the top. There's an image, a video, an image, features image, phone case, info image, phone case, info image, phone case, nope, another phone case, just kidding, and then an info image. That might be a mistake. However, it is going back and forth instead of giving you all the information in a row. I thought that was really clever because when you are scrolling through, it really does separate those informational images and make it easier to actually absorb the information in the image instead of all those informational images blurring together as you scroll through. So I love that. Let's look at their listing title. And we're going to go over the SEO, but don't forget to stick around because I'm going to show you how to make these and what the profits look like if you make these yourself. So just super brief. I'm not going to go super in depth, but stick around to see how that works. Okay, checking out their title and pulling their title into my workbook. This is my Etsy Seller Success Workbook. I have this listed in my shop. It is with all of my other freebies, but it has a lot of stuff. So this one's not free. I charge a little bit for it. I try to keep it super affordable, but it helps you keep track of your sales and profits month over month so you can see, are you growing or are you struggling? You can write notes so you know what happened on a particular month, and you can really look back over your progress and see. It has a lot of pricing and information about your profits. So it's a quick calculator if you just want to quickly see the pricing, or you can actually list all of your products and track their pricing by product type or whatever it is. So that is really helpful. There's also some competitor research. So you can track your competitors' listings. You can get a good idea of what they're making and what you should charge. And then lastly, there's the keyword research page, which gives you information about all of their tags. You just copy their tags in here from all of your different competitors, and it will compile them into a handy chart so you can see not only what tags everyone's using, but what tags people are using the most often amongst all of your competitors. So super helpful. For the sake of this video, I'm going to jump over to my competitor research and just paste the title in here. This is 134 characters out of the 140 characters that we can use. So they have a few more. They could probably fit in one more word there somewhere. But other than that, they have done a pretty good job with their title. You can see that they had to put a large emphasis or a large part of their title on the different phone models. So the computer stops highlighting everything. So all of this, well over half of their title, is just the different models of phones that this case could be for. So that can be challenging to work around in a niche like this, but they actually did a good job. They put that in the middle of their title, and they put the beginning to actually focus on their keywords that they thought were important. So they've got aesthetic sunflowers and wildflower phone case, and then they say the models, and then they finish it with a couple more keywords. So watercolor, spring, floral. So words that describe the phone case. Fantastic job. And they chose their keywords very carefully so that they could find appealing words that people would actually search for. looking at their description, they don't have an appeal statement, so they are missing out on that SEO opportunity. I talk in every single video about how important appeal statements are, but they do have their specs written out in a really appealing way. So while they are missing out on some of those keywords like aesthetic, sunflower, wildflowers, and honestly, even phone case, because it says about the case, they could put about the phone case, which would be beneficial for them. Aside from those words, they've got this really well and appealingly written. So it's slim, sleek, and lightweight. It keeps your phone protected while still showing off the beauty of it. And then they tell you the other benefits, the other perks of the phone case in a really aesthetically pleasing way. It makes it sound like it's a great product. They have some other technical information here, really just trying to be clear on what it is. A little bit of information about their store, a little bit of information about their return policy, limited warranty, shipping and handling, and their links. They are on all the socials, and they have other types of cases as well, so a lot of referral links there. Anyhow, pretty in-depth and detailed description. Okay, and before we get to their keywords, something else I wanted to point out here was that they will respond to their feedback in a really personalized way. As you can see here, they got a great feedback and they responded in the most amazing and humble and thankful way. It has emojis in here and it just comes off as this is a great store with good customer service and I want to buy from this store. So I love that and I wanted to point it out really quickly here. Let's look at their tags. 90% of their tags are specifically targeting a phone model in particular. So I do want to remind you guys, in case you haven't seen the video that I did a while back about how Etsy has changed up the way that they're showing these tags or these related searches here, I will put that card up at the top for you, which reminds me, I also went into depth about this in the newsletter that I send out every other week. So if you don't get that, it's full of tips, full of helpful stuff, links to some of my new videos. It is super, super helpful. Just go to my freebies link down in the description and snag any one of my freebies. Use a real email address to sign up, and that newsletter will hit your inbox every 2 weeks. And please don't hesitate to buy me a coffee while you're there because it really does make a huge difference in allowing me to take the time away from other work to support this channel and to keep making these videos. So back to these tags here. There's literally only 3 tags showing that are not related to a specific phone model. And these are actually, they have phone case, phone cases. All the rest of these are a specific phone model. But when we scroll down here to the end, we can see that they also have aesthetic phone case. So they got that word aesthetic in there. They got sunflower phone case, which is also a word they used in the title. And they've got wildflowers, case wildflowers, which is also a word they used in the title. Now, there's actually also floral phone case, which they use the word floral in the title, and the urban flair is also on here. So I stand corrected. There is 5 tags here that are not related to a specific phone case. So even though their main target is going to be targeting customers looking for a specific type of case, they did take some of those keywords from the beginning of their title and the end of their title and make those into the tag section as well, just to emphasize them and really get those specific searches. So if you are specifically looking for a sunflower phone case or a floral phone case, their stuff is going to pop up. So I love that. They did a really good job of reinforcing those keywords and adding in that variety, even though they had a lot of different models of phones to focus on as well that did take up a lot of their space. So really good job of balancing those two things out here. Now, of their SEO, I think their SEO is pretty on point. And if they could just add in a quick appeal statement at the top, I think it would just totally push their SEO over the edge and they would snag maybe even some more bestsellers on some of their other popular listings if they went with that idea of adding in those appeal statements just to capture words like aesthetic, sunflowers, wildflower, floral, etc. But anyways, I think we've gone over the bulk of their SEO here, and I wanted to show you guys really quickly how you could create these kinds of phone cases. And you can actually do it in a way that is streamlined and it doesn't require any extra work from you once you have created the design. So what you're going to want to do is check out Printify. Printify is a great print-on-demand manufacturer. They've got all kinds of good products here and lots of different printers who use those products. They have a lot of different phone cases. If I go to their main phone case section, you can see a lot of different options here. You can see that flip case that they're selling for $37. I think it was this one right here. They have it right here. Very, very cool. And when you check individually, if you click on the individual phones, it will tell you who makes it and where they're located, and it will show you what their prices are. So essentially, what you can do is jump into Canva and create a design for free. I'm going to show you really quickly here. Let's just add something really quick. Let's add some wildflowers. And I'm just going to make this super simple and easy for time's sake. Go to share, go to download. You can download this as a PNG with a transparent background. Now you do need to have a pro feature account to download with the transparent background, but there are websites that will remove the backgrounds for you for free. Some of them work better than others, but it is, in my opinion, worth it to have the pro features of Canva. I use it for the transparent background literally every single day. If you're going to be designing a lot of products, what you can do is use the free trial link in the video description below. I have a link to a free trial for the pro features. Sign up with that link. You get a month to make as many designs as you can, and then you can just cancel Canva before the free trial ends and not have to worry about it. So you download the design with the transparent background, come back over here to your phone case. And they do, by the way, have tough phone cases and other clear cases as well. I'm going to actually use this one because this one has locations all around the world. When you click on create it, this is what it looks like, and it does give you product variants. So there's all these different models of iPhones, and it tells you the cost. So you can choose if you want with gift packaging or without. Let's say we want it without gift packaging. You can upload your graphic. As you can see, all the elements from my videos here. You can see what I have been doing lately. Once that gets added, you just move it around wherever you want it to go, and you can preview what that's going to look like. They give you a few images, and you can actually download and use these images for your Etsy listing if you want to, or you can go to a website like Place It and get a mock-up and have even better images. Or you can also order one and take your own images. I do also have a link for Place It down below. That is my favorite mock-up source. So definitely check that out. They have also iPhone 12 images, and they have it with gift packaging, so you can kind of see what that looks like as well. That's it. You save the product, you sync Printify up to your Etsy shop, And every time your customer orders this from your Etsy shop, it will send that order over to Printify, and Printify will ship that to your customer automatically. Super easy, super automated. And I actually have a whole video that is going to be posted about how to set Printify up with Etsy so that it's all synced together and all that good stuff. It talks a lot more in depth about how to use Printify. So, however, let's talk about what you can make, what your profits can be on a phone case like this. So, going back to the phone cases, I'm going to go back to the one that I was trying here. Scroll down, we can see that they charge $11.76 and about $2.50 to ship. Now, different phone cases come with different costs, and like I said before, they do have gift packaging. You don't have to offer the gift packaging to your customers. That's an option you don't need to add on. So if you look without the gift packaging, the standard price is just under $12. So I'm going to jump back over into my Etsy workbook here. And as you can see here on the pricing and profits page, I have a quick and easy profit calculator. So I'm just going to do this. You can do this with a regular calculator. You can do this with a spreadsheet. You don't need my workbook to do this. This just makes it a little bit simpler, a little bit easier for you. So let's say that they are selling this for $23.08. And where did the shipping go? It costs, I love how Etsy keeps updating everything. There we go, $4.50 to ship this. So $4.50 to ship and $23.08 for the actual phone case. So we're going to say 23. Let's be nice. We want to have a nice low competitive price, right? So let's say shipping revenue is $4.50 and we're charging $22 for our phone case. We can also set it on sale if we want. Let's do a 10% sale. And since their sale price is actually, let's go back to the top here. Since their sale price, dang it, come on, is actually the 23, we're going to make our original price a little bit higher so we can see what that looks like here. So let's say $25. That gives us a sale price of $22.50. We charge $4.50 to ship, and it's 10% off. Our selling fees are going to be about $3.02, and our product costs are going to be $11.76 plus $2.50. So that is, let's say, 11.76 and $2.50. Okay, we can see here, based on this, that we would make $9 off of that order, off of every single order for this phone case. That's a $36 or a 36% profit margin. Let's say that it was an Etsy ad, on offsite ads, which we don't necessarily get to control. Let's say we get hit with an Etsy offsite ads fee. We can see here now that we're making $6.50 per order with a profit margin of 24%. That's pretty impressive. Let's put that into perspective here. Okay, this store's sales are $400,000 a year, and that's being conservative. So at least $400,000 a year. Also being conservative, let's say they're only making a 25% profit on every sale. That gives them a take-home pay, a profit of $100,000 a year. Probably much higher, right? But worst case scenario, we're talking $100,000 a year, and it's a streamlined store. It can be synced with Printify to process your orders automatically so you can focus on making the designing of the phone cases your priority and growing your inventory. I mean, that is a no-brainer right there, right? Like, where was this idea during the whole 60, 70 videos I've already made? Phone cases are a moneymaker, guys. This is amazing. So you're going to see more phone cases in my videos coming up. I think I've probably been a little biased in the videos I've done so far, but we're expanding our reach. It's going to be amazing. And if you want to see another impressive but unique print-on-demand idea, see how this seller makes $440,000 a year on their simple but irresistible products. You can watch that video here.